Our main event, Josh against Carl, which has been one of the most eagerly anticipated fights in British boxing. Ever since it was announced, people have been talking about it. Who do you fancy? Is it going to be Carl, who said he's a different level? Is it going to be Josh, who's so proud to have won that world title in front of his own fans at Elland Road when he accounted for Lee Selby? It's got absolutely all the makings, this one, Francis. It's a top fight, and anybody who says otherwise, I would venture to suggest, doesn't know a great deal about boxing.
Well, this is exactly what it is. It's one of the best fights boxing can offer at the moment. As we mentioned at the start of the press conference, Josh coming off that fantastic win, winning the world title in front of his home fans at Elland Road, sold out Elland Road, and Kaiser Chiefs playing. It was just electric. And we followed that up back in August with Carl's great win against Luke Jackson. Sold out Windsor Park again, electric atmosphere, and the fight was announced on that night. It feels like we've been waiting forever for it, but we're finally here for, as I said, the best fight in boxing this year. It's two guys at the peak of their careers, and I just cannot pick a winner. I've had the same conversations you've had since August. Who do you fancy? Nobody can pick a winner because you say one guy 1 minute, another guy the next minute. It's just a fantastic, intriguing spectacle of a fight. And I cannot wait for it, and I'm sure everyone in this room will agree with me that that's definitely the best man will win on Saturday, and the rewards for that are unifications next year. If it's a close fight, you can do a return. There's all sorts of permutations to the result, but what we do know is that it's anticipated as a great fight for a reason, because it is that. It's fantastic. Well,
the bookies have got Carl as the favourite. I checked this morning, and Josh as the champion, you can get as much as 7-4 against him retaining his title, which people might say is a fairly enticing sort of bet in a two-horse race, particularly coming on the back of his performance against Lee Selby. But Carl, believing, I know that you're back to the form of your life, working with Jamie Moore, and 3 days away from the fight now, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. I'm relaxed. Looking forward to a good fight, tough fight, which I prepared for in the gym. But at this stage, I'm just relaxed. My nature is to be laid back. I feel like I'm pretty laid back. I'll be laid back right up until the ring walk probably. So at this point in time, I'm in a good place.
It's been kind of gentlemanly and respectful since the fight was announced. Do you not sense a bit more of an edge as you get closer?
I think everyone does. It's a fight at the end of the day, so there's always going to be a bit more tension. And the thing is, I think there is respect between me and Josh, and I know there's respect between us, but it's a fight. And I got a text message from a good friend of mine recently, yesterday actually, and he just said, total respect, but no fear. And that's what I'm going to do this fight. Total respect for Josh, but absolutely no fear.
Where are you as a boxer now, compared with the guy who beat Leo Santa Cruz?
I believe I'm better. Firstly because, I was beating guys like Santa Cruz and even Quake when I wasn't really enjoying boxing, and I fucking hated it. If I'm being honest, I hated it. But I was still getting big performances. But now I'm enjoying it. Now I look forward to the gym. Now I put in maximum effort in training sessions. I'm switched on. I have a much more smarter approach to my camps and train, just like Martin said as well earlier on from the same team. And it's a very scientific approach we have, and I feel like I'm better now than when I beat guys like Leo Santa Cruz.
Now, before we hear from Josh, you've gone down on record as saying that you believe that you are a different class of fighter to him. Do you still have that in the back of your mind as you're so close to the fight?
Well, look, I believe that he's a very good fighter. I believe this is going to be a tough fight, but I believe that I beat any featherweight in the world on the day, and Josh Warrington is a featherweight, and I believe I can beat them all, but I'm fully fully focused on this man. I'll give him the respect he deserves. I'm completely focused on him. But I believe on my day I'm the best featherweight in the planet.
Josh, IBF champion, you're hearing that from Carl. Just give us your reactions first of all to that.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for turning out. As always, fantastic attendance. Thank you for the support. Those who bought the tickets. I know it's close to Christmas, but you're in for a real cracker this weekend. Obviously, the card's fantastic. Main event here for Ultimate Bauble, world title. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't expecting that kind of response from Carl. Obviously, the few interviews where I've seen his ass a little bit with some stuff, but obviously tensions grow when fights get closer. I said from 12 weeks ago when we sat face to face at the round table that I'd shown all the respect to Carl, and that's what I've really done. There's been a few interviews where media's twisted the words or whatever, and but I respect Carl as a fighter, and I've not looked at him as over the hill or finished or anything like that. I've gone into this training camp preparing for a Carl Frampton, like he says he is, like he says he's ultimate prime, and that excites me. That's what makes me get up in the morning and when my body's tired and graft my ass up in gym. I work hard, and that night in May would have been a very special night, and what you gain from that is confidence and momentum. And you've got to run with that, and I feel like it can take you up a few levels as a fighter. And I keep hearing this about levels, and I don't know how many levels there is, but hopefully I can find that this weekend. I'm excited. Carl says it's in a good place. I have to echo that. I'm in a very good place. I used to get maybe worked up with fights prior to this because you had to win to get to this stage, but this is what you want to have. These big nights, these big build-ups. People say, why didn't you have a steady defence? No, man, not about that. I want to have the big fights. I believe I'm capable of beating any featherweight, and I've been written off from English title level, and I want to fight the best. Talks of unification, it excites me. I wouldn't want a steady one after this one. I'd want to go straight up to the States and fight like Oscar Valdez. So I'm loving all this at the minute. I'm loving the occasion, loving the build-up into the camp, and the best things about to happen on Saturday.
7 months since that great night at Ellen Road. Have you enjoyed having that belt and walking around saying, yeah, I'm the champion?
Well, summertime we had World Cup and I got a few sandunkas in a few nightclubs, so it's not going to took me too bad. It's got me free parking and stuff like that in City Centre in Leeds, so it's done alright. To be fair, I've started to enjoy the fruits of being a world champion, but like anything, it goes in box at the end of the day and sits up on bed, and that's that. I don't look at myself, or I don't say to my missus, that last make us a cup of tea, I'm world champion. I still do dishes and stuff like that, I still pick dog shit up in the garden. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I ain't changed as a person, it's just I've got a black layer beside of me when I'm in my career, and I'll look back when I retire and really appreciate what we've done, but this moment in time, I just want to more to it. I want to go as far as I can. When we fight until we fight, people can give me a chance. I knew, me and my team knew we were going to get a victory. And after, as soon as we walked back to change rooms, it was a case of who's next. And mate, the fire is burning every right in my stomach. I'm so hungry, and I can't wait to get in there, honestly.
Carl thinks that he's, as you've heard, he's at a level now higher than at any stage in his career. At 31, he thinks he's at his best. Do you agree that he's at his best?
We'll have to see. I mean, I say I've heard a lot in interviews and whatnot. I've never said that he passed his best and all that. All I said is you can't really judge the performances against Danae, against Luke Jackson, and against the other geezer, most boxed over in Belfast after the long layoff. It's the same ones as the likes of Santa Cruz. You can't judge them performances off that one, and that's when Carl probably is peak of the career. Obviously every fighter has peak years. It's a long career and it's a long time to hold that level. But like I've said earlier, me and my team were prepared for the very best Carl Frampton. I'd be a mug if I were to look at him as over the hill or anything like that. So yeah, I'm just hoping that after when hand gets raised again, that there's no excuses of I could have done this, I could have done that, or it's finished, and I'm just have a pint after.
Pint after. Steve, you'd be up for that, wouldn't you?
I'm off the drink. I was in for nearly a year, but I would kind of cope for something after. Look, again, plenty of respect there for me, but absolutely no fear getting this fight, and I'm willing to put it all on the line, anything it takes to win. And I think, not really personally knowing Josh, but knowing him a little bit, I think he's probably of the same kind of mindset, and that's why it has the ingredients to be a quality fight.
You kind of been there, done it, wanting now to get the belt back at the age of, what are you now, 31?
Yeah.
How much does that ambition still burn in you as a boxer?
To be honest, it's probably there more than ever because I've been written off, and I think it's unjust, really. You know what? If you look at the fights I had, Kuwait, Santa Cruz, and I got beat in a close fight in the second time of Santa Cruz after beating in the first fight, and people think I'm done. I've been round the houses to get in this position to fight for a world title again. I should have realistically been walking in straight back into a world title shot. I've had 3 fights to get here. I'm not going to let anyone take it away from me. I want this title more than I've ever wanted a title. And there's people out there who've doubted me, and people out there who think that I'm done. And this will be, sticking the fingers up to them and saying there's plenty left to give.
Leo Santa Cruz out there, Oscar Valdez as well. If you get through this, obviously there are more big fights.
Yeah, of course. Look, one fight at a time. I need to beat George Warrington, or that's all pie in the sky, at this point in time. So I need to win this fight. And you're right, there is huge fights. And that's the carrot dangling, The world title is enough. I want to be a world champion, but I want to unify my second division, and I'm hoping to fight after Warrington, one of the other champions in the division.
And would you have the similar ambitions, Josh? You're a star in Leeds, and here you are fighting in Manchester this weekend, but the prospect of fighting, as Carl did in the States, that must be huge for you.
Almost definitely. I say, box takes were well on the road, a dream achieved. Throughout my career, I've been going on achieving dreams, things that people thought I'd never be capable of doing it. I thought when I won British Featherweight Arena that I'd be never be topped. Europeans and international fights, world title, and massive underdog against Lee Selby when no one gave me any chance whatsoever. And now we're over in Vegas when Carl lost his world title. And that seeing the build-up, that seeing his fans all about the bars and the pubs, and I said from that day, I want to taste this. I want to be going over to the States and having the big nights over there. I want to be taking the crazy Leeds fans along, and whoever wants to follow our journey. And it's all touching distance now. It's not like I'm talking at my arse here. It can all be made. All we've got to do is keep winning. So that's what's my drive, keep winning, and the big fights, the big nights, they'll happen.
So lastly, before we open it up to the floor and questions from people who are here, and of course lots of interviews I'm sure to follow that, just for the wider audience and people watching online, what do you think is the key factor for you in the fight on Saturday? What makes you think you're going to win?
I'm quite naughty with my 8 bucks and my elbows, so they might come into play. But listen, I'm hungry, and a lot of people don't know what I'm capable of, because I know one give me a chance against Selby. We won't be able to do this, we won't be able to do that, but we handled Selby easy. I know Selby's a different fight to Carl, but we've always been able to adapt. I just think people look at me as a come forward pressure fighter, but I've got different attributes and some stuff I haven't brought to the table, so it's about timing as well. I think it's my time. The way that everything's gone, like I say, confidence, momentum, everything going all in my stride. I feel I'll beat anyone in the world now, John. But what a show it's going to be. We're talking about two of the best sets of fans in the world. I've been over at Belfast firsthand and I've seen Carl's fans, and they're fantastic. They make some noise. That being said, you see my fans back in May, Ellen Road. They bring the noise too. So we've got, it's going to be cold during there in terms of noise. And then two fighters who want it bad, it makes a special fight. So we don't have to be chucking tables at each other or slanging each other to death for it to sell. If you're a boxing person, if you know boxing, then you know that this is the fight to watch this weekend.
And final word for you, Carl. What do you think is the key for you winning this?
Well, it depends. I think that no matter what Josh and his team say, I think that they think that I'm over the hill. And
I said, Carl, I've never said that.
I've
never thought that you're over the hill. I just said that a couple of minutes ago. I said, I don't think you're over the hill. I've been preparing for you. Ready to go.
I've seen things in the media that kind of suggest that, and I think that when this fight is taking place and it's getting sticky, if it may turn into a dog fight, I'm prepared for it, and that's when they'll see and they'll realise that I'm not over the hill and I have so much left to give. Josh mentioned that he wants it more than me. I don't know him personally, I don't know how much he wants it, but it would be very hard to want it more than I want this title right now.
It's going to be very special indeed, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. I'm sure, as Francis said, there are still just a very small number of tickets available for Saturday night. Of course, you'll be able to watch it on BT Box Office, and it promises to be, I think, the card of the year now. You'll be able to do one-to-one interviews shortly, but before then, any questions for any of the guys up here from the floor? Shout them out if so, please.
They all come at once.
Come on, come on. Anybody?
Just no one-on-ones.
Nicky's just gone outside and back in a minute.
From the press. From the press.
Yeah. I'm just saying he'll be back.
Oh no, Sean, you're right.
No, I'm saying Nicky's just gone outside and I'll be back in a minute. He'll give me a good 20 minutes for it.
Anybody else? No? Yeah.
Carl, you said that during the quick fight and the Santa Cruz fight that you got to the point of hating boxing. So at any stage you really thought of packing it in? Calling it in?
I never really thought of packing it in, but I kind of thought, 5-6 years ago I had this age, like 32 is about the limit for me, because I didn't want to be doing it anymore, but that's all changed now. And why would you pack something in while you're still performing at your best, while you're enjoying it for the first time probably since I turned professional? So that's in the back of my mind at the minute.
Yeah, go on.
Yep.